Hello, I'm Becky Safe. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, we're going to take a look at how you can take an already existing loop of melody information, extract the melody, and then make it your own unique melody. So we're going to switch it up a little bit. We're going to be making use of the convert to melody feature in Ableton and the brand new feature with Ableton Live 11 of scale, and how you can take advantage of that without any music theory whatsoever. No keyboard skills, no music theory knowledge. You don't need any of this with the new updates of Ableton Live 11. So with that, let's jump into it and I'll show you how you can make your own melodies from existing loops. So here we have an alto sax, so let's just play it. So that is a melody loop, and we know that because it's monophonic. It's an instrument playing one note at a time. It's not chordal like if you were putting down more than one note on the keyboard, for example, and playing a chord. And that's really important when you're extracting melody, because if you have chordal information, you're going to get a very messy picture when you do this next step. Right click and convert melody to new MIDI track. And you'll see here we have a new MIDI track with our melody information in it. So if we just play this, Ableton has added in just a default instrument to the track. So let's listen to what this sounds like in relation to our original loop. So it's really accurate, actually. It's a really accurate picture, and that's because it is a monophonic loop. So it's one note at a time. Ableton is able to scan that, and now it's created this melody picture in MIDI. It's added an instrument in there, but we can change that and add our own instruments. So let's delete that. And this is where you start to make it your own. So we go into instruments, and if we type in brass, so we're using a similar sounding instrument, but it is a VST. And also this loop is actually a royalty-free loop, and when you're copying melody or you're extracting melody from loops, just be careful, because if it is copyright material, if it belongs to an artist and you're taking that melody information, you just got to be really careful, because you could breach copyright with melody. So at the moment, if this was a copyright sample, we would be still breaching copyright because we still have the same melody. It's a royalty-free sample, which means that you can happily take the melody if you want to, but also bear in mind that if it's royalty free, if you take it from somewhere like LoopCloud, other people are also going to be downloading that loop, and potentially you could have a tune with the same melody in as somebody else somewhere in the world that's also released a tune. So this is one of the reasons why it's really beneficial to switch up the melody. So we go back into the track, and at the moment these notes are in the key of G, and we can check that by clicking on scale. We can go to G. I'm going to go with G minor, and then we're just going to press scale, and you'll see that almost all of the notes are actually sat on the purple blocks. On the slightly grayer blocks, we do have some notes. So in order to get all of these notes into the key of G minor, we just need to click on the ones that aren't in the key and move them up or down, so that they sit on one of the purple lines. Then we can come out of the scale and then back into the scale, and now all of the notes are in the key of G minor. And once we've secured that information, we can now switch up the key, which is where we're starting to change this melody. So select all, Control or Command and A, and you select all of the MIDI notes, and then find a G note. So if you come across here, this is G, and we're going to move this to a different key. So select a different key in the scale. Let's just unfold, and we'll go for E minor. So this G now, I want to move this to E. So I'm going to grab it and I'm going to move it down until it gets to E on the scale. And then if we scale fold again, we now have all the notes sitting on the purple blocks in the key this time of E minor. So if we play this, that's how you can use the new scale function in Ableton Live 11 to switch up the key of your melody. However, it is still the same melody because all of the notes are playing in the same order, and if you look down the bottom here, we have velocity information. And this is actually one of the good reasons why you should extract melody from existing loops, because it also takes the velocity information, which makes it very human. If I just go into this piano roll here and double click on the notes, this is how you would do it digitally. If you were in a DAW, you just start adding notes, double clicking. You'll see here that all of these velocities are all the same, which makes it sound quite digital and computerized. And humans don't like to listen to digital, computerized, sustained, same velocities over and over again. So that's one reason why you would extract melody from existing loops, so that you can take that human feel. And also, these MIDI notes are not perfectly on the grid line, which adds to that human element. Now, for electronic music, you might want to align them to the grid so that it really does fit in time. But just be careful when you're moving everything, because you want to maintain the groove and the feel of your melody. So let's maintain the groove and the feel of this melody line, but switch up the pitch so that it's not the same melody. And in order to do that, instead of clicking on the notes and dragging them to a different place, because then you potentially could lose their position, just click on the note and move it up and down so that it sits on a different note within the key of the scale of E minor we've selected. Because you have folded the scale, you know that wherever you put these notes, up and down on your keyboard, typing keyboard, not this keyboard, up and down, and now you're switching up this melody line, making it your own without any music theory knowledge, any keyboard knowledge. You don't even have to play these notes. You're just creating your own new, unique melody. So that's a new melody. It's completely different. It's copyright free if this was a copyright loop, but it's a royalty free loop. But now you've also got something that nobody else will have. This is the original. And this is what we've created. And that's how you can extract melody from existing loops and make it your own without any music theory or keyboard knowledge or instrumentation knowledge whatsoever, using the wonderful features of Ableton Live 11. And if you want to learn more about how to produce in Ableton, I do have a complete comprehensive course. Link is below to over 140 videos of stuff you need to know so that you can go from beginner to somebody that releases your own music producing in Ableton Live. My name's Becky Safe. Thank you so much for checking out this video. If you got something from it, please give it a like and give it a comment so that it helps the YouTube algorithm. And obviously, if you do have any questions, please let me know. I'd love to hear from you. And if you would like to be notified when I post more content, you know what to do. You hit the subscribe, hit the bell ting, and then you'll be notified. Yeah, that's it from me. I will see you for another video. Bye.